Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to After Hour Gaming League. This is JW Schmo from Team Raytheon. We are in the playoffs. This is the Elite Eight. And ladies and gentlemen, do we have a game here for you today? In the upper left-hand corner, playing for Team Raytheon as the Red Zerg is BueBz. And in the bottom right-hand corner, playing for Team Rapidshare as the Blue Protoss, we have ggib. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, I finished off the last match. That was Game 2 between the Great and our friend Evil, with a little declaration about how Evil had saved the princess and moved on to the next castle. And I want to put some references to why in the world would I even bring up a Super Mario Brothers reference. And I probably offer an explanation here, and this keeps you, coming back for more, because then you know that the next match was going to tie in. So anyway, if you go into After Hour Gaming League and you go to their website and you go to Evil's profile page, you got him with this balloon that looks like Princess Peach from Super Mario Brothers. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, he's trying to save the princess. That's what he's here for. He sees this Zerg castle and he goes, I gotta go down there and I gotta save the princess. So ladies and gentlemen, you will be very encouraged to know that in the previous match between the Great from Team Raytheon and Evil from Rapidshare, the princess was saved by Evil and brought back to the Rapidshare castle in Switzerland. So ladies and gentlemen, that's just a little bit of information for you. And as a result of saving the princess, Rapidshare is now tied with Raytheon 1-1 going into match 3, and this is going to be a fantastic matchup. BueBz has been very consistently playing well here in the After Hour Gaming League. Up until this point, he has got a record of 8-1 for a total of 9 matches played, and his opponent, our friend here, ggib, has a record of 6 wins and 3 losses. So ladies and gentlemen, a very good matchup. I would say some very equal footing here for the two teams playing in this matchup, and this is going to really decide, at least going into Game 4, who has the momentum. If one of these teams, whoever wins this going into Game 4, is going to decide whether we go into an ace match or whether we finish it off in Game 4 with a win. So this is definitely a catalyst game. This is going to set the tone. Alright, so we do see a pylon going down in the third. It does look like that our friend Gib is playing a little bit of an annoying harassment here. This is very good for Gib, very awkward, very annoying here for BueBz. It does require him to go and grab his third base instead of his natural first, if that makes sense, but he does go and grab all 3. So Gib doing a good job there of just trolling. And as any Protoss knows, that if you're not trolling in the early game, you're really not fighting for ire. Alright, so we do see a queen coming out there on that second base, as it were, and we do see some overlords coming out. This is good play here on both sides. We do see a zealot, very typical play here, both sides. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Cybernetics core, that pylon very well placed. It's going to take a substantial amount of time for any Zerglings to come in and engage that photon cannon because it is behind the gateway and the forge. So excellent wall placement there by Gib. And again, just very typical play. I know I'm just bouncing around here, but we've got. Let me put up the unit count, and you can see how typical it is. We do actually see a substantial lead here in probe count for our Protoss player. I think that is going to change here shortly as BueBz really gets the larva production going. He does need to get his third also going, so we'll see if that adjusts. And it does, because now we've gone to 34 and 31, so we do see a substantial equalization here right around the 630 mark. And that's just inherent. As soon as you have Protoss and Zerg playing, Zerg can get a very big boost in either their army or their drone count very quickly, just simply because of the fact that they have larvae instead of the normal production facilities of, say, Terran or Protoss. Alright, so we see some defensive structures going down here for our friend BueBz. Spine crawler going down on his third, and just making drones. Let's look at production tab. Yeah, making a fair amount of drones there, 5 against 2 probes. We do see that ggib is doing some research here on the forge. It does look like he is trying to take out an overlord. This is not going to hurt BueBz too much, considering that he has 34 supply right now, so losing 8 isn't going to make a huge difference. It's going to put him down to 26. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you that if you compete in a math comms competition, you will be able to do addition as quickly as I am, in my head, on the fly, while casting. So definitely do your multiplication tables, do your division, do your long division, and you will be fantastic casters. Alright, so we see some 4 Zerglings. They were getting harassed by a very well placed mothership core, just trying to hold off, doing a little bit of harass there at that mid-level of the map. We do see the hatchery going down here, and speedlings coming in for our friend BueBz. And just looking at economy, it does look like the shift here, it does look like about even. And what I mean by that is the minerals are a little bit higher here for ggib. However, the income on the gas is a little bit higher for BueBz. So about even. It might, maybe, possibly, could be that BueBz has a slight advantage, but not huge on the economy, even though he's got 3. The cost of putting down 3 bases early is that you then need to populate them. And so there is an excessive amount of time spent populating them. Alright, so we do see a substantial number of structures going down here. We see 2 more gateways going down here for ggib, a number of pylons, really trying to make sure that he isn't supply blocked. Very good, very intelligent. It does look like he has a total of 8 whole gateways going down. This is substantial. This usually tends to suggest a 2-base play. He's going to go into, say, some level of 2-base engagement. It does look like he is trying to do some level of drop into the main. However, BueBz well enough prepared here to get some Zerglings out, to take out that warp prism, and to take out the zealots. That's leaving some sentries down. The sentries are going to fall, and that is going to be the end of that engagement. So nothing there too phantasmic. This mothership core just putzing around here going, wait a second, where'd everybody go? Alright, so we do see some roaches going down here. Very nice, very nice. And we do see, so BueBz putting down the enduring locusts. This allows the locusts to travel further, even on creep. We do see another engagement. You know, they're playing tag. You know, it's a love tap. It's like, hey, I'm going to tap you, and then I'm going to like fling these darts at your head, and then we're going to leave. And you'll have like 5 less HP, and I'll have 5 less shields. Okay, so we do see a third going down here for ggib. So that's always good. It does look like his mothership core is just going to go waltz right past these Zerglings. Total unit count's about equal right now. Maybe a couple more Zerglings. I mean, double the Zerglings. But again, I mean, the cost-wise, I mean, Zealots, what, 100 minerals against 50 minerals for 2 Zerglings? So there's a substantial... if you can get the Zealots placed right, there's a substantial advantage there for having 9 Zealots over 18 Zerglings. Alright, so we do see some more gateways going down here. Just a huge amount of gateways. If we look at it, right, we've got 8 warp gates going on. And then another 3. So that's going to put us at 11. Again, that math comes in handy. 11 gateways, that's a strong number of gateways here, so he is going to be able to produce guys on the fly, and you can see that as a result his mineral count is very low. My goodness, we're up to another 4 in production. Did I get that right? Yeah, 4 and a forge, so that is going to put him at 12 gateways, and we do see the swarm race coming out, so it looks like we're going to have some gateway Colossus play against BueBz's ever-present, ever-powerful Nidus Worm Locust play. Now, what's so terrifying about this is he uses the Nidus Worm to jump to various locations on the map. And so he's able to be in multiple, what seems to be multiple locations at any given time. It doesn't look like Gib is going to be able to see this here. So this is going to give BueBz the ability to lay down the first attack. We do see the mothership core coming back. This is intelligent. This is going to allow him to slow down any incoming enemy units. We do see those swarm hosts engaging. It does look like their locusts are going to take a little bit of the damage on those gateways, going to take out a little bit of the shields, but nothing too substantial. He did send some along both sides of the ramp, trying to keep that army on its toes. We do see the shields go down on one gateway, so that gateway is down to half health. Not able to finish the job, though. The swarm hosts are falling here. We do see some more. They are going to take out one zealot. That zealot is going to die. The animation for that is just fantastic. And it does look like here we are going to see that gateway, that first gateway fall. So we're down to 11 gateways. And we are going to see a push here. It does look like our friend Gib here does have to commit. He just absolutely needs to engage. It has to happen. He's got to push him back, and it looks like BueBz is making the right decision. He is going to get out of there. He is going to say peace. And Gib also doing some very intelligent play here, just running the gamut, forcing BueBz to chase him, which is exactly what he wants to do. Otherwise, his units are taking a substantial amount of damage. We do see this one swarm host just kind of like chilling there, which is a little awkward, I won't lie. He is going to fall. But while that's happening, and maybe that was a good thing, while that is happening, we do see this Nidus Worm coming down, and as we said earlier, at a different location. It's very helpful here for BueBz. It's going to give him the ability to engage on the natural. Now, that being said, we do see a push here, what it looks like a push here from Gib. So it does look like Gib is going to come up. However, he is going to give himself away. The timing is a little bit awkward for Gib. Had he known that he was about to dump these swarm hosts, he might have decided to go and hide until the swarm hosts had, committed. But it does look like here that it does look like very effectively, very wisely, BueBz is bringing his swarm host back. He is going to force the engagement. He's going to force the defensive play. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Alright, so we do see this engagement coming in here. It does look like we have a fair number of Colossus and Stalkers engaging. We see some Corruptors doing some fantastic damage against these Colossus, bringing them down. And now it really comes down to who can do the most damage with their units. I don't think that Gib has any detection at this point. This is going to be a detriment to him. He does not, in fact, have any detection, so he is going to be taken by surprise by these swarm hosts. There's nothing he can do except just die, really. I mean, without the detection, right, all of these swarm hosts are just going to keep producing and producing and producing with no cost to BueBz. And as a result of that engagement, we do see that BueBz is going to have to retreat. He is going to have to return. It does look like Gib is able to take out that swarm host, so he is going to be able to advance on the east side of the map. He's going up. It does look like he is going to engage, but he is coming back. It does look like these Zerglings are going to try to escape. However, they are going to find that they are basically surrounded here by these well-placed Stalkers. A little bit awkward here in that these Zerglings don't have any research at this point in time. They are research-less, and that is going to give them a very distinctive advantage against Stalkers that have +2 armor. Again, very good job here by Gib in doing his research. That is going to make these guys a little bit less effective. They do take out a set of Stalkers there, so that is good. I don't believe, though, right now, Gib is aware that something just went down, but he's not sure where. So he's going to have to retreat. He's going to have to figure out where it's coming from. He's going to have to know. He still doesn't see it. Oh, he sees that one bubble. The one bubble is coming in. it's turning into mini bubbles. Many bubbles, and they're turning into locusts, and they are engaging. So we're going to see a couple more gateways here fall, most likely. It does look like these swarm hosts are going to get into a wee bit of an awkward position here. They are going to have to get out of there, or effectively defend, if that works. And these stalkers are going to have to move back with no detection again. And they're just going to get hit by the swarm host. Now, while that's happening, I'm going to bring you back over to the right side of the map. We do see an engagement here. It does look like that Nidus Worm is chilling out here now in ggib's main base. Even though these stalkers are here, there's nothing to prevent, really nothing to prevent BueBz from kind of waltzing right in, and which he does. I would argue that there's probably a little bit more detection. There is. He does have his observers out now, so that does mean these swarm hosts are going to start falling. We do see some good play here by BueBz sending in his zealots, or sending in his zerglings. They are going to be able to take out a lot of these probes. These probes are going to keep falling. That's economy lost. That's economy that is going to have to be reproduced by ggib. He is not going to have this fourth fully manned yet, and at the same time, he's really only got a base and a half, and that full base now is also falling to a locust. It does look like a forge has dropped, and ggib just a little bit in an awkward position, not gonna lie. I mean, these swarm hosts doing a very effective job. It does look like another Nidus Worm is going down here in the main, so really trying to push it. This might be a little bit awkward here for BueBz, though. He might have to retreat. It does look like he is going to lose that Nidus. He is going to lose that base, and an engagement here. These corruptors are just, they can't attack ground, so these stalkers are going to give a little bit of chase. Now, while that's happening, we do see these locusts down here doing a fantastic job of getting free kills off these probes. I mean, if we look at the workers count, 17 to 1, that's a huge difference. We see a pushback up there. Again, just too much happening all at once. Some fantastic play. I mean, we've got stuff going on everywhere in the map. We do see, it does look like these stalkers are going to try and take out the Nidus Worm, but it's not going to happen. We do see these zerglings taking out these pylons, and also a main engagement going down at the natural. So just a huge amount of stuff going on. Stalkers also engaging, but here right now ggib is in an awkward situation where I think he is overtaxed in the micro stage. He's also trying to bring in his air units to counter these locusts, but I don't think he's got the critical mass at the moment to really do a substantial amount of damage. These swarm hosts, again, just doing a fantastic job of keeping the pressure on, forcing ggib to concentrate in a very wide range of locations. Some more zealots going down here to these swarm host locusts. Excellent job, free kill after free kill after free kill, really forcing the hand of ggib. We do see more swarm hosts making an escape here, and now we see these zerglings again just trying to really harass, really keep ggib on his toes. Ggib is literally just reacting at this point. He's throwing zealots down, trying to keep his base alive. It does look like he is able to push him back. This is good. However, now again, you know, where's the engagement going to be? And it looks like it's going to be right here on the right hand side. And these zealots are going to come in. It looks like they're going to just go bypass that entire engagement. We do see that nexus fall. So at this point, it does look like this engagement is going decidedly in BueBz's favor. ggib is throwing down his fourth here, I think for the third or fourth time. I mean, it's just, there's only so much you can do here when you're being attacked from so many different angles. These corruptors may be a little bit ill-placed, but, you know, again, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I mean, we got an engagement, we got a push, we got a feint. I mean, the unit control here is absolutely fantastic here on both sides. I mean, quite frankly, ggib's being able to come in and manage so many pushes here on so many different locations. I think he's feeling like he's got to make a commitment right here, right now. It does look that way. He is engaging. He is marching right up. He is going to take out some of these swarm hosts. These swarm hosts are going to fall. They're not even really burrowing. My goodness. And he does send his stalkers in. It does look like they're trying to get right into the thick of things, but now there's just too many corruptors. These corruptors are doing a fantastic job of taking out these void rays, and now they're going to go right into the Colossus, and all the while these swarm hosts are just eating away, and that does look like it's going to be a chase here. These stalkers are going to drop back down, and that's going to put but at least keep ggib alive here for a while. I think looks like BueBz is going to have to figure out a new location to get minerals for, because I mean he is his rate of income is pretty low. So we do see another engagement coming down here. It does look like these corruptors are a little ill-placed to take on the stalkers. My goodness, my goodness. Swarm host after swarm host falling. I think ggib has found religion. He is engaging with both stalkers and observers. But now we have another engagement. Let me get rid of that garbage up there on the top so you can see. It does look like his fourth is going to fall here. ggib's not able to get his units into position properly right now, so his units are trying to move, trying to engage. These roaches just taking on the probe count. The stalkers here moving in, they're trying to take out the corruptors. Might not have been the right decision, simply because these roaches right now are the ones that are making the major contribution. It does look like there are more stalkers coming in, however, a little bit too late, because these roaches are going to start being able to march right on down here. However, I will note that based on this commitment here by ggib, he's got a very strong army right now, very strong army. Alright, so we do see, it does look like a thick base is going down here for ggib, but not able to really make amends because of these well-placed swarm hosts. So ggib's in a little bit of an awkward position. He's got very little minerals left. He's got 3 bases, none of which actually have a substantial amount of minerals. I mean, we're down to the last maybe 1,000 minerals. He's got to make a move. I mean, there's really no question about it. ggib has got to commit. He's got to engage, I think, right about now, quite frankly. Otherwise, he's in dire straits. BueBz has just got too many minerals. I mean, it's orders of magnitude too high for ggib to really come back at this point without doing a huge dent, really forcing a commitment here. Alright, so we've got it. We've got that engagement. Looks like the stalkers are going to come in and start to try and engage these swarm hosts, but the corruptors making a perfect timing coming in. They're going to start taking out these void rays. The void rays are going to start to fall. The stalkers are being forced into engaging on the swarm host locust. Corruptors just doing a fantastic job keeping those void rays distracted, not engaging where they need to be engaging, and these swarm hosts just able to just keep doing damage. It is not looking too fantastic right now for ggib. Again, now it looks like some observers are going to fall. Now it looks like BueBz is going to find religion here and give chase. Stalkers very wisely coming in here, getting right in the middle of that corruptor army and just decimating them. So that is going to be a detriment there for BueBz. I don't think it'll hurt too much though. There's not a huge amount of void rays in the field. It's not like ggib is able to produce any of them in substantial order. And right now we are in a waiting situation. ggib not really engaging. BueBz not really able to mobilize. His unit's fairly slow. So if ggib continues to attack, it could be risky, especially given the fact that he does not have detection. Alright, so it does look like a lot of drones are going to go down there. My goodness. But again, these stalkers, this is a last man standing kind of situation. It just looks like ggib is on a little bit of a defensive with his aggression, just trying to poke wherever he can. You know, again, that being said, BueBz does need to be careful here. You know, a little bit of a wrong play, and ggib could be very much back into the game. He does have equal bases, if you will, and he is actually mining more right now than our friend BueBz. Alright, so we do see again the stalkers coming in. They're making very short order work of these locusts. That being said, these roaches are moving with a vengeance. So really the question then becomes, how is this going to play out? How are we going to see this finish? Okay, so we do see the stalkers. They're moving into BueBz's fourth. It does look like he's trying the same tactic that he did before. The one difference though this time is it does look like these roaches are able to converge on him. He is going to lose a couple units there, but in the background, ggib is able to get his 5th base. So we do see that. We do see BueBz giving chase right now. And ggib, my goodness, a very good set of force fields, forcing a commitment there. He's even got a Colossus. It looks like these roaches are going to fall. They're not going to do a huge amount of damage. And so now both of them, talking about being careful, both of them are very much on dire straits here on both sides. We do see BueBz having to retreat here and kind of lick his wounds because he just doesn't have the capacity to really take on that Colossus. Alright, so if we look at production tab, it does look like he is getting some corruptors, so that's good. Those corruptors are going to serve him well here against this Colossus. I think he's recognized that. We do see here ggib moving out. I think again he's got to put the pressure on here, especially given the fact that he's got 4 bases that he needs to take care of, and a 5th that's just kind of sitting out there on the sides. This is going to be a little awkward here. It does look like BueBz is going to see what's going on, but just not in time. This might actually work out. BueBz is, you know, forcing a commitment here by ggib. ggib can't retreat at this point. I mean, he is kind of blocked off. It does look like BueBz is going to really get in there and engage. A blink does keep him alive, but I mean, this Colossus right here is going to fall to these roaches. Bad, poorly placed, not very well placed. Some Hydras here out of position. They're going to fall, but I think the blink right there is not going to be enough. We do see some sentries going down. What he's going to try and do is put down, some force fields, some very good force fields. But BueBz here very effectively using the Corruptor's ability to really engage, and let's see how that plays out. Alright, those sentries are completely out of energy, so at this point, this is a commitment here that I don't know if ggib can really get away from, and he doesn't think so either. So ladies and gentlemen, that is a GG. So match 3 of 5, and ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2-to-1 game between Raytheon and Rapidshare, with Raytheon taking that 2-to-1 lead in the matchup. So thank you for watching. This is ggib from Team Raytheon once again, and I will see you in Game 4.